So hopefully there are going to be people joining us from the link that I posted there on Twitter. And what I want to do here is I just want to provide more of a direct approach, maybe something that we can replay a bit back later or that other people can grab a hold of and have more and more viewership understand exactly what it is we do in the NFT community and exactly what it is NFT Freaks does. And so if you've heard of NFT or if you do art on Instagram or Behance or you have different portfolios out there, or you're even a trad artist where you're doing paintings or doing things in a physical form and you heard of NFT, but you think that it's only about PFP or you think it's only about certain projects that teams build and you're seeing people change their PFP on social media and social networks, that doesn't make an entire NFT community. That doesn't speak for what everybody else is here doing. And I appreciate the people joining with me right now live here on YouTube. I believe I have 5 viewers only, but I'm recording this one for replay later. And if you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to continue doing these. Hopefully you'll leave some comments and encourage me to continue recording these videos. But what I want to do, I want to explain what it is we are doing and what I believe the future of this space, the NFT community, hashtag NFT on Twitter or NFT Freaks on Twitter. And you can come to my page, my base, my main resources where I'm summarizing all of these happenings and then I'm curating these exact players and situations that I'm speaking about. And so you're out here doing art and usually artists are leveraging their art by either selling canvas, print, maybe some merch, right? Maybe you get commissioned for some work, right? Maybe somebody wants you to draw a logo. Maybe they want you to draw different assets on their websites. Yada bing, bada bing, right? But something here starts taking a turn into where your art starts to become a representation of yourself. That means that you are the driver of this main controller. And when you jump in that main controller, whatever you produce with this controller is what's a representation of who you are. And those are called NFTs as well. And those NFTs are a bit different because when you put these NFTs inside of your wallet or you represent them or they have a representation of yourself, and you're wondering what the value is the human hooked into the journey of the mint that you just picked up. And so digitally, you're collecting this journey that's encapsulated and displayed by an art piece. Are you watching me here? Are you following me? I appreciate you joining. And this is what I'm doing, and this is where I'm at. And this is what's getting me excited because there's never been a time that I've been alive. I'm 37 years old, right? I've been around for the .com booms. I've been around for the mobile app booms. I've been around for the app stores and the smartphones. I've been around for the Facebooks and the MySpace. And now we're transitioning. And I've been around for the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. And I've been around for the crypto coins. And guess where we're headed now? The actual usage and billing and deliverables of this technology. You've heard of the tech, but you've never seen it being used. And so now, for the first time, you're seeing people take use of it, storing their value, storing their time and date and precious, well, some people hoard thousands and thousands of hours. Well, let me break it down for you. If you're a senior graphic artist or if you're a senior artist, right? And you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you've been doing this since you were in your teens, then you have thousands upon thousands of hours encapsulated in every mint, in every one mint. And so you're picking up this time, this hoarding of time, but it's a representation of the user, and the user is only willing to distribute X amount. And if you have the reward of finding that artist who's going to break through that noise that all the other artists have already signed up for, and you happen to grab one of those jewels and they enter your digital binder, well, then you'll start understanding what it is we're all doing here. And these people in the community the players, people like me, other players, we're spending our time with artists, we're spending our time with creators and creatives, and we're sorting people based off of the hours and the amount of energy they're putting behind their fabulous tokens. But the art flips. It's no longer just you purchasing it to wear it with a t-shirt or put it on your wall. When you purchase the art this time, or when you collect the art this time, you're taking it home and then you're representing the value, you're reflecting that back from the artist you took that from. And so people try to figure out what's in that mint. A whole entire story. It's like sticking I have a door right here. You have a door at your house. When you stick your key in that lock and you open it up, there's all kinds of stuff back here. Furniture, safes, there's all kinds of stuff, right? And so people need to understand that when you're collecting the mint from an artist, you're encapsulating that digital journey that's unseen for a lot of people, even the artist included. That's why they're trading it for low amounts. And so if you do art, you've never seen anything quite like this. Now, here's the catch. You know, everything has a catch, right? What's the catch, V? Here's the catch. When you collect an NFT for your favorite cryptocurrency, or with your cryptocurrency, your favorite cryptocurrency for that matter, you never lose it. Because technically, you're trading cryptocurrency for crypto art, which means that when it's time for the value to be captured back from the market, you're supposed to be getting the crypto back. And if you hold on to it for a while, it should be inflated. And if you hold on to it for a while and the artist is hustling behind it, then it should double or triple in value. Charts can't do that for you, ladies and gentlemen. PFPs can barely do that for you. PFPs have a problem because they have to work for the thousands. The artists are working for the 12, 26, 19. If an artist goes all the way to the moon and you take them from zero to hero based off of signaling, and that strength chain of collectors becomes just, oh, look at that username, he's a legend. Oh, look at that username, he's a legend. Oh, she's a legend, she's a legend, he's a legend, she's a legend. That strength chain, when that price comes up the next time, all you have to do is take a look back down. And if you can get in the middle of that based off of price action, and because you're spotting that, then you have joined and you have done what we all came to do. This is what we are doing. You can be my friend, but why can't you be my friend hustling through the community, making a name for yourself? So when I collect that and I bring it in, I have some weight to speak about it to my cousin or to my uncle or to people during the holidays. I can say, why don't you take a look at this and check their timeline, and you'll see exactly why this person's valuable. They never give up. They never stop logging in. Every time it comes around to art, they're around the same thing. And then people call them certain names, legend, this, that. Oh my gosh, wait, that's a reflection. It's time to ease back on my price and my mints as an artist here. Thank you for joining me, by the way. Hopefully you can share this the first time I'm thinking anybody's going live in YouTube and the community that I think is going to matter. Hopefully, if I keep this up, my name, my name holds weight. I was going to say the same thing. My name holds weight. It's below my video right here. NFT Freaks on all popular platforms. I'm watching the chat. I'm hovering over it. I can't type at the same time because I'm speaking, but I am reading. If you have any questions, suggestions, concerns, or feedback, feel free to enter the chat and drop it right here. I appreciate Mind of a Creative, Bill Bag, John, Kuma, Scott. Thank you so much for joining. Fivos, Kostev, thank you for joining. Again, I'm speaking about the population and what they are seeing when they are hearing NFT. And I understand they know probably what Bored Apes is, and they probably have heard of CryptoPunks, and they've probably heard of all these PFP projects. The problem is they can't find the value in the one-of-one artists, because I don't think anybody's willing to break it down. Well, I'm here and I'm willing to break it down for you. You're welcome. I'm willing to break it down for you. Let's take mind of a creative right here in the chat room, for instance. Let's take a hypothetical journey here. Photographer, female. Let's say I was taking notes, and I'm taking notes. Female, photographer, mom, has a kid, has a son, right? These are things that she's already doxed, locations, right? There's these different profiles that we're building on these artists. If it's relative to you and you think you can leverage that because you're a leader of a single mom, why would you be collecting anybody else? What do you think you could be helping to signal the best? And so why would you even signal with somebody like that? Daily activity, understanding her own network. She's got skin in the game, picked up collectors, building up value. These are things that if you understand, you're going to be able to take these pieces home and you're going to be able to rally this person higher. You're going to be able to signal with this person to the next collector that I think you ought to put that inside of your digital binder. Growing that online persona. Growing who it is you are, what it is you do, what your art represents. When you buy my art, it's my whole entire story. This is my pain. This is my glory. This is my victory. Now, let's get a little bit more advanced. Cheers to you. I'm drinking Starbucks. It's a white chocolate mocha with whip extra espresso. Give me a second. By the way, 14 viewers, thank you very much. I'm going to go for a while here. You know, I'm getting into a new format. I've watched some very rusty live videos, so obviously mine can't be too rusty here. But what I'm speaking about is I'm actually speaking about the idea of coming to our community, the NFT community, and starting to invest and collect and spend time to spotlight some amazing fucking people, man. And yes, unfortunately, they're creators. Unfortunately, they're musicians. Unfortunately, they're somebody who is performing a craft that can encapsulate the journey. Now, here is where people leave collectors out of the whole ordeal. In my chat, please signal. These are one-of-one artists, so I don't want to just speak on top of everybody. When I collect anybody in this room, I went from having no art for sale to having art for sale. I don't need to. Am I lying? When I collect your art, do I have art for sale all of a sudden? I'm not missing out on the opportunity that I've heard about of people making a lot of money in NFTs. I don't have to rack my brain and create the anticipation and the nervousness and the no sleep. I don't have to be behind the creator side of making it happen in the community. The second I collect any artist and they enter my digital binder, which means a representation of what I own, when they enter what I own and I set a price, I now have art for sale. I'm going to be able to feel the experience that the artists feel when they get their bids tipped. Do I not? Do I not? Chat room, please. If I collect one of your artworks, don't I instantly gain art that I can now sell? It's almost like I become an artist, and I can become any artist I want because I can represent that. A collector has more ways to sell than an artist ever will. And if you collect the right artists, could you see how your blocks on foundation could look killer? And they don't even reside on your profile. They actually sit there, but they actually reside on the artist's profile, so you get the power of their daily hustle. You know that if you collect 10 superstars and you go on vacation and you set those prices, those 10 superstars are in the community working that fucking art every day. You do nothing. It's better than drop shipping. It's better than app creation. It's better than bigbang.com.net, boom, everything. Everything. Because you get to stake out the talent and you get to collect it. And all you're looking for is the right people to signal behind it. I know it sounds hard at first. It is hard. It's very hard. But if you can get a couple of those rock stars in your binder early on, you will benefit from it in the long run. And every time you benefit from it, you are benefiting the artist. It's a win-win. And the next collector in should never haggle the price. You don't haggle the price. I'm telling you how to do this right now. Listen, you don't haggle the price, because if you haggle the price when you close the deal, you just tank the floor. What you want to do, if you can, and I know this sounds hard, you want to overbid, because you want to set the tone for the next piece. I'm holding the last piece. I want to gain the next piece. I want to set the tone. If you're smart, you'd understand it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you can tweet this little segment out. We've been going for 17 minutes. It's my first time doing the live thing. I wanted to get more clear. I wanted to add a visual. I want to start getting my channel pumped up, because we're doing this every day and we need to signal to people what it is we're doing. What am I doing at twitter.com/NFT freaks? I am summarizing what I believe. Personally, what I believe when I spend my time here and you hear me talk and you say, oh, wow, this guy, that. Okay. Well, what I'm doing is I'm taking what you think is badass, and I'm curating what I believe are some of the next digital superstars. Every day, I summarize them. They're in my threads. I'm putting them on little platforms. I'm telling them they're this. I'm telling them they're I'm not telling somebody else they're not to tell somebody else they are. That wouldn't be fair if they're all my friends. And if I have 105,000 followers, then I got to fucking keep it real. And the only way to keep it real is if these people are going to be hustling their ass off at a breeding ground level, and their fucking art and their name and their persona just keeps on fucking clicking it with everybody. I don't need to make this up. Can you get in the middle before people find out? Can you get in the middle before the artist has a great day versus a bad day? Can you get in the middle before the whales spot it? Can you get in the middle before the market shows you? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. And it happens every day. It happens every day at twitter.com/NFT freaks. If you've heard of the one of one arts, if you've heard of the bored, snored, glored, forged, roarged apes, well, I said that because we don't know what level we're on. There are tons of them. If you've heard of them, that's fine. They're running a race with an entire community. Let me give you an example, and I'm not hating on them. Let me give you an example. If you know what blackjack is, we're all coming to a table. And if the table doesn't understand how to play the dealer, somebody on the table fucks it up for everybody at the table. That's what happens when you play PFP. You're not in control. You're not in control of what seat A does to seat B to the floor to represent for C and D and E. I hope you do. You keep the community smaller so you can keep the value up and everybody can understand what's going on. But until you shake all that out, you're just fucking hitting gophers. You know what happens with one of one? It's a more personal. It's more direct. It's more you're on the hook with fine art, so to speak. I'm handing this to you for your art piece. It's hitting your wallet. You know my username. I know your username. You're cherishing me. I'm cherishing you. People can gift you. People can build with you. People can introduce you to their network. Things can fucking happen when you collect one of one art from the right people. And you never get stuck with the right people because you've done your fucking homework that you know they're right enough that the persona is always going to hold value. This person is never going down. Why? Because they're too good of a person. That's what makes the art fabulous. And if you can get good people with great art and a great sense of community with a great distribution process, well, if you get enough of them, you'll never work again. If you live in America, I guess this is not financial advice. Is this where I say that? This isn't. But think about it. If you live in America, how many hustles do you know? The multi-level marketing, they're here, get this, to do that doesn't involve a lot of work. You can do this in your living room, spending time trying to spotlight and highlight the right people with the right drive, and you're getting their tokens and you're hodling them for a future valuable reason. If you want. What's up, Paul? How you doing? What's up, John? What's up, Mind of a Creative? What's up, DM Designs? Penny the Shabba? Sarfars? Steve? Tesseract? Ernesto? Let's talk about musicians. One of One Art still covers One of One musicians. One of One Art still covers One of One musicians. When the musicians make a song, it's one song. It's one song. But you got to get creative enough with the opportunity so when the people start collecting the riffs or start collecting the music, the opportunity starts growing. For instance, John O is in the room. He has a song. It has no music video. Music videos allow you to monetize on channels like the one I'm using. Who's funding that? How do you get to a music video? Why would you ever want to? Well, you can fuel it by minting the imagery from your cover, what we would consider the inside booklet. And by the way, Paul's in here. And I hate to use Paul, but I'm just saying a little bit more older people, you don't remember collecting the inside of booklets from cassettes and CDs when you were growing up? I know people who still do that, by the way. And so the imagery of the music you're creating, or the small glimpse or clip of a behind the scenes, you can fuel into a music video that can help you monetize a community that is going to be valuable in the future, but you need to know the process of distributing your mints as milestone markers while putting opportunity on top of it so that you can see the entire journey of zero to a hero. You went from nothing to becoming a booming band. You became a booming band because you have a Web3 community behind it. They're the ones selling the merch. They're the ones powering the memes. They're the ones powering the fucking website. They're the ones powering the spam pages on social media. What do they get for it in return? Tokens. What are the tokens? Rare behind the scenes, rare glimpses, rare. Man, come on, dude. Don't ask me what I'm doing in this community, please. Ask yourself why you're not building with me yet. Ask yourself why you haven't hit me up and figured out how to get with me. What's up, everybody? We got 10 viewers in the house, 24 minutes. We're rolling. One of One Art. Why would we collect One of One Art? First of all, you'll never meet people like Paul Massey without collecting One of One Art. That's where he lives. Let's say we were headed to a lake. Let's say we were headed to a forest. Let's say we were headed to a geographic location to kill the biggest moose you can find. You can't find him at OpenSea and PFP land. Well, you can if you know about Freaks U. But that's still going to signal you back to the One of One Art of the moose named Paul Mass. He's only in the One of One Art community. And so you can't get with the legends like this who built a couple years. But I knew at least, well, I didn't really know, but I had a clue and I put my risk down and I said, I think this guy's not going to fucking stop because his art's too good. And he's been doing art for too long. And guess what? Congratulations. Onboarded on Super Rare. Debut's coming and it looks fucking killer and fantastic. Who knows where we're going? But if we get to the moon, guess who holds the first pair of boots? Don't ask me what I'm doing in my community. Don't ask me what I'm doing in my community. And then, so you say, well, where's your payment, V? You spend 8 hours. You're spending this time on YouTube. What's going on here? What do you think that does for people like Paul when they're in my collection and then I'm funneling some of the top players? Starts to become a conflict of interest there if I'm spotlighting some great players, don't I? And so for you, what you should be doing is trying to get behind there and hurrying up to signal that chain before others start finding out. I do it all day long. I just told you about Mind of a Creative. She just bought an entire fucking slew of Apple tools. Doesn't look like she's going anywhere anytime soon. Well, what else is people doing? Are they buying tools? It's not saying you have to. I'm not saying you're missing out. I'm saying that's what makes her mints sweeter. That's what makes the journey more exciting. I'm a collector of this person who every time I fucking log in keeps trying to advance themselves. What is that, a loser? You can't fucking lose when you're doing things correctly or you're trying to go after it. You can't lose. You're practicing every time. And when you fucking give up, that's when you lose. Other than that, I'll see you next time. People show up to work every fucking day to practice before they can get a promotion. Do you hear me? I feel like I'm in a church. Every time you walk in that store, that person's showing up day after day after day after day after day. You know why? To get better at what they do, to receive some type of recognition and hopefully catch a promo. What do you think we're doing here? And so let's go into analogy mode real quick. Let's say the NFT community was a skyscraper of artists. The hashtag NFT community was a skyscraper of artists. And there's different levels of ETH for people in this skyscraper of value and worth. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Analogy, hypothetically speaking, follow me, close your eyes. Skyscraper, NFT community lives in it. They're all workers. Different levels, different floors, different ETH values, different salaries and pay rates. They all do the same fucking thing. How do the people in the skyscraper advance? It can't be their art, because you'd be there all day. If you're sad, you're going to let sad art prevail. If you're happy, you're going to let happy art prevail. If you're from this country, you're going to let that country art prevail. If you're single, you're probably going to let some nude art prevail. If you're married, you're probably not. Can't be art. Can't be art in this skyscraper for people. What can it be? It can be everything fucking else. The support, the love, the acceptance, the daily hustle, the activity. Hey, look at me, V. Every time you look at me, I'm selling again somebody. Bam. Hey, look at me, V. Every time I'm going, bam. I'm changing my header. I'm doing this. I'm buying tools. You can't hate on that. That person's leveling up. If you can get your crypto behind that on the right chain, you have a chance at really doing something. And every time you collect somebody that is doing something, you get to take it all home. The Twitter clout, the community buzz, the piece, the person, hopefully if they're minting one by one, the sellout. You know how good it feels? Listen, I don't think artists understand how good it feels to let somebody take something home and say, you just sold me out. Every time somebody looks for me, nope, V got the last one. That's me. Don't you think that feels good? To send people home and say, wow, you just sold me out. I get to take that sellout home as a collector. You just purchased one of 26. Okay. What's up? What's up, Q? What's up, Yakuza? What's up, Brett? What's up, M Design? David? I'm really trying to help you here. 31 minutes rolling here. 31 minutes talking about one of one artists. Talking about reasons to come to the NFT community, which can be found at hashtag NFT community. Also, the links below. This video here has some usernames, NFT Freaks. Any platform you go, doesn't mean we're daily active there because we're at Twitter mostly, but everywhere you go, NFT Freaks. That's where I summarize what I'm speaking about. And I appreciate you joining one of the first live direct streams of me to you about the value of what we're doing in the community, the value of chasing one of one art. The value of doing one of one art is being able to capture the journey behind the art piece. There's an entire video game behind each one of one art piece. And you get to play that with the artist when that enters your collection. Whatever they do, that's a reflection of myself. I'm included. Hey, so-and-so's created a theme park. If you have this piece, you can enter. I get to come in. I'm included in the build. I'm included in the opportunity. I'm included in the journey. And I get the badass piece. And I get the badass person. You don't get that in PFP land. Who's talking about my irony? That's just me not being swole. Talking about Q. Let me know if you need help finding some more purple. Was that good? Was that good? Bam, bam, bam. You know? Mint this video. There's going to be a lot more videos. People need to understand what it is we are doing. People need to understand the power of discovering people on independent journeys that hold massive potential when you unlock who it is they are. When you help somebody when somebody's doing animation, okay? Let's talk about this. You see animation and you see a short animation that could look like something you could see a film. You could see a whole entire film based off this small animation. The more and more you signal this person, most likely they're going to go after that goal. And so if you have one of those pieces and you've already seen it, you're not showing that artist something they don't already know. They're an artist. They're waiting for more people to help them signal enough momentum with the cryptocurrency to help them build that entire opportunity. And you're including every collector that came prior. Thanks, Q. Thanks, Q. My shirt still needs ironing. He sent me a compliment. So next time I see him, I am going to let him do my ironing. I'm not going to forget that. Next time we're in a hotel, I'm going to figure out what room you're at. I'm going to drop my clothes off. I'm going to be like, hey, remember that one time? Right? I ain't going to forget. Hell yeah, I need ironing. Please don't offer me anything. I do. I really do. Hey, look, we just got a new subscriber, Penny the Shabba. I have a subscriber dance, but I won't do it. I won't do it on the first video because then I won't earn other subscribers. You know, these people are here. They know how I act. Other people are going to be like, dude. But if you come here randomly and you've stumbled across this video and you want to know what it is we do because nobody ever explains it, I want to recalibrate your mind. I want to recap. Regular people that do digital art are creating very, very appealing tokens. Tokens. And so when I say tokens, you say, can I grab them? No, you cannot. They're digital tokens. We're just calling them a word, tokens. But tokens would just be a file or a technology or a sort of protocol or something you couldn't actually visually grab a sensation from. So the token has a video, image, or a GIF. A video, image, GIF. And so these artists who are these humans just like me and you, but you can't make the tokens look as great, but you can try. You can't make them look as great as a photographer. You can't make them look as great as somebody who does something fantastic. And so when somebody fantastic understands that they can do that and they put that on top of the token, it now becomes a very wow, oh my gosh. But the oh my gosh and the wow of the art piece that sits on top of the token doesn't excite anybody until the person is constantly hustling the value of all of these tokens up. And that takes a lot of time. And nobody's token is really worth anything until you can put that time behind the token and say it's the time plus what you're seeing that makes you say wow. And that's what one of one artists really do. People like Q, LaPro, who's a photographer, Ernesto, who's a musician. These people are capturing this stuff. And they're saying, I'm zero now in this new world. But here are my little bits. Here are my little glimpses. Here are my mints, my pieces. And the more you collect, and the more of these you represent, the more value it reflects from 0 to step to 1. From 1 to step to 2, that's my value. From 2 to step to 3. And as you put your crypto into that slot, you're locking in the value. And what you should be doing is joining whatever movement or journey daily to help that person signal it to the next person. It's not a Ponzi scheme like these dumb people think. It can't be a Ponzi scheme if somebody's great at doing something and we're buying into what they're minting digitally as a token and saying, can you imagine if this person sells 20 of these for this value? First of all, that's amazing because this person goes to the moon. But second of all, we are the only ones who hold the 20. How do they get 21? Oh, this guy's over here doing this movie. How do you get 21? Okay, we hear he does 21. We hear she's doing 21. Guess what the price is? And since you got it down here and the price is up here, do you see how much wiggle room you and the next collector have? And if everybody's smart, do you see how they can top it? But you can't expect everybody to do that. That's what makes the game challenging. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it exciting. That's why you have dead tokens and that's why you have alive tokens. That's why people know NFT freaks and that's why people don't know NFT whatever. The activity, ladies and gentlemen, the activity. It doesn't matter if you do badass shots. It matters if you do badass shots and you hustle hard behind badass shots. That's when it becomes a badass photograph. Thank you, Ernesto. I really appreciate that, by the way. I've seen you support me for a long time. Thank you. Everybody here, by the way, that joins me daily for my community, who holds me up and supports me. Because I'm an explorer, but I'm an observer. Because there's so much firepower that I want to help the firepower be understood. It's about having people join us with their money and their hardworking funds and their dreams of never wanting to work and push hard labor again and saying, you know what, Cindy, Susie, Stevie, Johnny, Greg, I've had enough of this corporate America. What the fuck are we going to do to change our lives? I've been an artist my whole fucking life. I've been creating my whole life and making people tons of money. I'm the one who makes the music videos. I'm the one that makes this. I'm the one who makes that thing that V has streaming around his thing. I'm a graphic designer. I've always been the help. I've been this artist. There's a person on point A that has a dream of finally letting go of fucking logging in with their human body and mind and fucking soul every day at that job, no matter what it is they make. They're tired of it. And there's another person who's been fucking tired of never been taken serious and never been seen as a person who can move with their passion, the opportunity and the dream that they've always been dreaming of. They've never been able to fucking pull it down because it fucking cost, and there needs to be believers. And so the two show up on fucking Twitter. They start chatting about their woes. They don't fucking know each other. Nobody here knows anybody here. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know each other. They're conversing. Art world, other world, tired world, crypto world, money world, art world, crypto art world, art world, crypto art world. They're signaling, oh man, this is cool. Oh, man, Jeff. Oh, Greg. Oh, I think I'm going to go. Bam. Pull it down. If you're watching me, that's what we're doing all day. The conversation gets so big. The buzz gets so big. The more people that pull this down, if you can get your name pulling this down from this side, and if you're an artist from this side and you take it and you pull it down, then you can start to build something to where this and this start changing value. That's what we're doing. And we're so early that we don't have people explaining it because everybody's concentrated on being either the left or the right. And then there was this little Greek guy named V who started NFT Freaks and said, you know what would be a good idea before I don't know who's who, don't know what's going to happen, don't know anything. I might as well build a validation platform that helps validate and authenticate players so that when I pull them down inside of that illustration, I have the ability to help punch and fuel the next set of people joining us to come do it all over again. Hey, that's what I do. Hey, look, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you joining me. I went for 45 minutes. I got a couple of viewers. It's the first of many videos. I wanted to talk one-of-one arts. I wanted to talk the community. I know you've heard of PFP. I know you've heard of NFT. And I know you think it's all about monkeys and apes and gorillas and elephants and dinosaurs and dogs and cats and this. And no, it's not. It has nothing really to do with all that. That's something different. That's going into, like, let's just say if you've ever been on a field trip with many people, and then let's say if you've ever been on an adventure with just one person. It's a different experience, a totally different experience. You don't get that. You don't get the same exclusivity. And the bet and the gamble is large because you're dealing with many, just like a blackjack table. And most of all, you don't even know if the casino on the other end is going to stay afloat, if you know what I'm saying. So then you put your time and energy to stand on the boat. You don't do the energy behind understanding who's running the boat. And next thing you know, you're going down with the whole fucking boat and your family on it because you've put your trust into something that you really just can't understand. It's too big. It's too vast. That isn't what we are doing in the NFT community at NFT Freaks. What we are doing is we're playing with single individual dreams. And you can help enable families. And you can help enable a human who has an artistic ability that's so grand, it's so badass that it turns people's heads and it makes you don't even know you want to. It makes you want to fucking dig in your crypto wallet and pay for that piece, that token to enter. And if you've had that sensation just one time, if you've had that feeling just one time, imagine how many more people you can signal to feel the same way. And when everybody starts putting that feeling in the same fucking artist, you and your family who are going to sink on that boat that I was telling you about just a minute ago might be actually buying a fucking boat because you've been able to spotlight and highlight the right journey and you've been able to write with the right player, ride with the right player. You get what I'm saying? Because it's an individual. When it's more personal, it's more exclusive, and the opportunities are going to come knocking. And if you don't understand it, you need to know that we're in Web 3. And the more people that come in Web 3, the more they're going to start digging around this art space. They're going to figure out PFP. They're going to figure out one of one. Everybody knows about it. And you need to be found as a collector in the fucking right category. And that's the one-on-one category. If you're an artist, you need to be found in the right category. It's the one-on-one category. And if you're a new fucking project in this space wanting to enter, you need to be fucking hiring the art from the one-of-one category. I don't want to be hearing about anything fucking else, because here's the thing. If we're going to be collecting something digitally, it has to fucking make sense, period. And the only way this is going to make sense is the activity that the players are willing to put behind their passion every hour, every motherfucking hour in the NFT community. And you can see it happening all day long at twitter.com/NFT freaks. How about that? I had to give you a punch. It's the first video. Excuse me. If you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to be working all day. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. 48 minutes. I'm going to get better at doing these. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.